Welcome, Bamidele, to the show. Let's talk about Rivers Hoopers. As they look set, rather they've sealed their spot in the playoffs of the Basketball Africa League, the Kalahari season 5, after a dramatic 79-71 points victory over Morocco's FUS Rabat on Thursday. Despite trailing for the better part of 3 quarters, the Hoopers staged one of the most impressive comebacks of the conference, dominating the 4th quarter. Madut Akec led the way with a standout performance of 17 points and 8 rebounds, while Raphiel Putney put in 14 crucial points, including key baskets in the final quarter. Olisemeka posted a double-double with 13 points and 12 rebounds. Maxi Munanga Shamba added 11 points, and Kelvin Amayo was also instrumental all around with 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Now the Kingsmen will next face Al-Ittihad Alexandria in their 5th game of the Kalahari Conference on Saturday before playing against Stade Malien on Thursday. Now Rivers Hoopers are now set to join the continent's elite in South Africa for the main phase of the Basketball Africa League, marking a major achievement for Nigerian basketball. Kenny, we've said this over and over again. Rivers Hoopers are the best basketball club in Nigeria. If anybody wants to argue with this, the question is, how many of these other clubs have been able to emerge as contenders on the continent, in as much as we've not had a proper basketball league in the country, but Rivers Hoopers keep turning out every time they are being called upon?
Yeah, I mean, fantastic basketball team Rivers Hoopers are, and just like the question you asked, in Nigeria, the other team that can compete with Rivers Hoopers right now is Rivers Hoopers, which is that nobody, no team in Nigeria right now can do what Rivers Hoopers are doing basketball Africa. And it's not just about Rivers Hoopers, it's all about the administration of this particular team and their recruitment. The players that they brought in were very good players, and that's the reason why we see Madut Akec, who would want to initiate attack, would want to get point from the 3-point line, drive down the rim. He wants to orchestrate things. We also see Kelvin Amayo also wants to do more and more of that, actually. So I think for the team, fantastic coach too. I think the coach has also done a very good job in actually, bringing out the best from these players. So a well-deserved one for Rivers Hoopers. I'm happy that they're qualified. I hope that they will be able to go on to the main tournament and, of course, do well in that one.
All right, looking forward to their next game now. Yes, it's more like a dead rubber game, but what do you expect from the team in their next couple of games, about 2 games remaining? Did you hear me, Kenny?
So, I missed that. What's the question again?
Yes, I'm asking, what do you expect from Rivers Hoopers? Because they've sealed it through to the playoffs now, talking about the main deal in South Africa. But their remainder of games, what do you expect from the team? Try out a couple of players who have been on the bench, or go ahead with what we've got?
All right. Thank you very much for that question. Nigerians have been asking questions. Why is the coach not playing the bench guy? Well, yesterday, some of the bench players were able to get some minutes yesterday, and, well, that's very good. But heading to the game against Al-Ittihad Alexandria tomorrow, I think it's important to make use of these guys, because look at the likes of Johnson Anaye, Coco Jr., Obia Abel. These were the guys that helped Rivers Hoopers qualify for the Basketball Africa League in Nigeria. So I think it's not a good one if these guys to this stage of basketball in Africa don't get the chance to play, some minutes. Obia Abel has been playing 5 seconds, 8 seconds in the start of this competition. And we all know that Obia Abel is one of the best shooters in Nigeria right now. So I think the coach needs to give this guy game time heading to the game against Al-Ittihad Alexandria now that they are qualified. But Rivers Hoopers will also be working on this season. They want to finish on top of the group. Yes, that is also one that we're looking at. So these guys on the bench are also pretty good. So heading to the playoff, heading to the next couple of games and of course the playoff, the coach needs to ensure that Kelvin Amayo, when he makes mistakes, 1, 2, 3 mistakes, need to stop him. I was asking a question yesterday. There was a point where Kelvin Amayo made consecutive mistakes, and the coach is not solving. Is it undroppable? That was the question I was asking yesterday. So I think that needs to be done ahead of the other games, so other players will feel among and they would be ready in order to play anytime they are called upon.
All right, so when they're being called upon, they would definitely answer. But great performance from Rivers Hoopers, and of course the coach yet again, Ogo Daudu, has shown impressive coaching skills. He has been there over 5 years, over 10 years with Rivers Hoopers, and only the best would keep happening for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm glad that you mentioned Coach Daudu, because I was going to mention him as well. I think irrespective of the individual performances that we've seen so far during the qualifiers, which have been important, you can't take away anything from Coach Daudu. He's been there before, he's done that. Let's not forget that last year, they earned the bronze medal. This year, the sky's the limit for them. And despite, not having Will Perry in the team again, I must commend their recruitment has been top-notch. But nevertheless, there are certain players that will always make Rivers Hoopers stick. Talking about the likes of Peter Olisemeka, Kelvin Amayo, and obviously the new recruits and the young guys, talking about the likes of Michael Okiki and co. I think these players have been top-notch quality that has been added to the team, and that's a major reason why Rivers Hoopers have done well so far. One major aspect of their game which they have improved greatly in, that I've noticed in these qualifiers, has to be their screenplays. Their screenplays have become a bit more intelligent for me, and that just makes the game easier for them. And what I love the most about this team is their relentless hard work. They always work hard to get their victories, and that's a major reason why they finished in 3rd position last year. Hopefully, they have a bit more luck this year, and they can go all the way to win a gold medal for Nigeria.
Hopefully, we'll see them get to win gold for Nigeria. But it is a long journey for them, because they've been very, very impressive. And like the coach said, he's taking it one game at a time. Okay, is there something I want to ask Kenny?
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, we know that Rivers Hoopers actually has to be the best basketball club side in Nigeria. But I think the question now is, what can the other club sides in Nigeria do to get to the level of Rivers Hoopers? For the last 3 years, we've just been singing the praises of Rivers Hoopers. But when are we going to start singing the praises of other basketball clubs from Nigeria?
They have to structure. That is what they need. Rivers Hoopers is the most professional team in the Nigerian league. Which other team comes close? I don't think I can mention. Maybe City, Boko Chiefs, another team that can actually go head to head with Rivers Hoopers in Nigeria Premier Basketball League right now. But this is what they have to do. You have to ensure that you treat your players well. So Nigerian basketball clubs do not even pay players. They take advantage of players. Heading to tournaments, it could be an invitational tournament, it could be the Nigerian Quick Basketball League, and all of that. You need to ensure you treat your players well, and that is exactly what Rivers Hoopers are doing. Rivers Hoopers is part of the few clubs who pay their players monthly, even if they are not doing any competition. The players will get paid, and that is part of what we are talking about. Heading to competitions, you see how they reach out to players, preparations, and everything. So they are not a perfect organization, they're not getting twisted, but they are doing the basic things, and it's actually working for them. I think other clubs need to also take a look at this. The truth is, we have the talent in Nigeria. That is undoubted. We have the talent in Nigeria, but it's all about annexing the talent and making sure that you provide a very good atmosphere for this player to actually train. That is just what I think other clubs can do in order to be able to compete, in competitions like the Basketball Africa League.
All right, of course, I pick your words right there. Structure is one thing that we need to get in place to ensure basketball is done better in the country, and other clubs can then compete with Rivers Hoopers. But for now, Rivers Hoopers are standing head, shoulders, all parts of the body above every other club in Nigeria. But only time will tell, and only time will really tell how long this trend will continue. Rivers Hoopers being the Oga at the top. But of course, Kenny, thank you very much for joining today. We look forward to more success for Rivers Hoopers and more success for Nigerian basketball. Thank you for joining.